Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Aftermath. And it's a special one tonight.
This will be an unorthodox episode because, as none of you will know, we didn't get to watch a movie tonight.
But we
got lazy.
No, not lazy. I think busy.
We fucked up.
Well, this is a return back to our roots, man.
Yeah, just talking.
Is it? I know, again, we have only been doing this.
Easier to do than you might think.
Exactly. We were in the process of just talking and conversating before the episode started, and I was like,
it's hard to not talk, even.
Yeah, exactly.
So many things to talk about.
I think that's what you'd call friends, maybe? I don't know.
Something like that. I don't know.
Maybe I'm crazy.
An acquaintance, if you ask me.
I don't know this guy. I just live with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know we've only been doing this podcast for, I don't know, something like 6 months.
Yeah.
And we've had reoccurrences of like just the two of us. Or like we had a brief stint where we were kind of, we didn't have the ability to just like watch movies well.
Mm-hmm.
Like where we can all, sit down at a certain time.
Yeah. We started this before I moved in.
Yes.
So.
But I'm talking about even, there was like a brief period of time when we just did a bunch of conversational episodes because it was just
Talked about whatever.
Exactly. And I liked that, and I kind of want it to be like
It feels nice, honestly.
Yes.
Just to not
off
have
the
to
rails
focus on one topic.
Yeah. I made tea for the occasion because I was like, it's a little bit later.
It's a tea-worthy occasion.
Yeah, exactly. So if you hear some nice little, just know that's what
and the clacking.
Yeah. I'm not over here falling apart or anything. It's just just my
I am.
So just a little
There's
bit
a
of
piece of me over there.
Yeah, look at that. What is the old Space Marine quote that says Captain, you've lost your arm, and he says,
well observed.
well, I haven't. It's over there. It's I love that. Anyways, to give a little backstory as to what's going on right now.
We're sitting in a room.
Yes.
There's no one around.
There's
it's
walls.
Getting dark.
Yes, I have the lights dimmed. I have some nice chamomile tea or meal, or what do you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier this week, we usually try and shoot for Mondays to like watch and record things.
A lot of good that did.
Yeah, but sometimes our optimism gets the better of us, and I think
that's the truth.
Sometimes it gets away from us, and we get busier than we thought, or we get off later than we thought, or sometimes we're just like not feeling it right now, and then it happens. It's no big deal. This is again a hobby for all of us, so I can't blame
have fun all the time,
and I can't blame us for just
I need to have days where I'm pissed.
Exactly, and that's okay.
At nothing, even.
Yeah, or at everything.
Yes,
mind you.
More often than not, it's everything.
But this week has been one of those weeks where either we get off late or we're not in the mood.
I've been getting off real late.
Oh my gosh, dude! And
fuck's up with that?
I don't know. I'm not about it.
Oh.
I think the phrase is, I've been using it, at least. I may be using it incorrectly, but burning the candle at both ends.
I see.
Where I feel like I'm going from one thing to the next, and I'm just like, eventually I'm gonna burn myself, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I need to slow down a little bit.
If you go full steam at everything, you're going to lose coal.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I'm not going to get anywhere.
You're going to run out of coal real fast for the fire.
Yeah, exactly. I think people have been calling it, or at least in my circles, from what I've heard people say, is quarantine busy.
Now, I hear you talking about your circles like all the time. What about your squares?
I don't want to talk about
triangles?
It. Not here, please.
Trapezoids.
Too many points.
Dodecahedrons.
Nah, I'm more of a hexagonal guy.
Like the pentagonal shape.
Pentagonal shapes. What about a nice D20, huh?
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
That one's too easy. Everyone goes for that.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Now a tetrahedron.
Ooh,
buddy.
Ooh, buddy. All day.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, so it's...
See, shit like this, just a random tangent about fucking shapes. You wouldn't find this in a regular episode.
No, of course not. No, because we're too on the rails.
Yeah.
We got goals. We got
playing it like Star Fox.
Yeah, you know.
Panzer Dragoon.
Heck yeah. I'm getting a little distracted here. What was I saying?
Talking about the week.
Yes. Oh, my shapes. Yeah, my circles. Yeah, sorry. My anyways, calling it quarantine busy, where it's like you have some extra free time.
Ain't it the worst kind?
Yeah. So it's like, as they were describing it, it was like you have your job that's now kind of getting back to normal, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also, like, in your newfound free time, you then, like, start a hobby or start, like, picking up odds and ends jobs or, like, freelance work or something.
Side quests.
Yes. Side quest to your main objective. And then before you know
it.
Exactly, yeah. Or just your main job. Like, that's just, like, your main quest, main thing you got going on. And all these little side gigs start popping up. And you're like, I got it because I got extra time.
Like,
and
I can do whatever.
A little extra money's nice. And it was cool, like 5-6 months ago.
Right.
But now it's like,
now
everything's kind of getting back to normal, but then also not getting back to normal because, like, the virus is kind of spiking around us now for some, I don't know, strange reason, because everyone thinks it's not a thing anymore.
Right.
And, like,
couldn't be that people are getting lax.
Yeah, or something like that.
It's gotten to a point where I'm sick of arguing with people at the door about wearing a fucking mask.
Yes. It's not. You'd think it would be.
Like, all you have to do is swear it till you get to a table. That's it.
Just please.
Like 5 seconds. You can't wear one for 5 seconds because you have a fucking breathing condition. What are you going to suffocate?
I don't know. Anyway, this feels like a bag of worms we shouldn't get into. Anyways, so now that things are kind of like picking back up a little bit, my life in each avenue is like picking back up to what would be like a normal capacity.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that I'm like, ooh, all of a sudden, like,
everything's coming back to
I could carry both backpacks when they were like a quarter or half full, but now all of a sudden everyone's like just putting a little more stuff in there, and now I'm like, these backpacks are kind of heavy. Yeah. And then weeks like this happen where, like, I feel like I've just been exhausted.
Yeah.
And
it's been every day.
And then I'm like, oh man, and there's my hobby, the podcast that I love to do, and it's been a routine. It's been something I look forward to.
Yep.
And then now I'm sitting here, and I've got so much more work to get done.
Yep. Oh,
and then
you wanna elaborate on why we didn't get to watch a movie tonight? Let the folks know.
So,
Ian,
yeah,
had some previous engagements he had to take care of.
Yes, the other job that I was talking about requires me to do a lot of editing in Premiere, and normally it's not that bad, but there's some weeks where things didn't go according to plan when we shot it, and so there's a little bit more work on the back end and post.
Now, when you say some weeks, lately it's seemed a trend to be every week.
Yes, and that's also a part of that analogy I did before of like they're adding more onto my workload because I'm wanting to transition into that job.
Yeah.
So I'm like, give it to me, because I'm like, I want to prove myself. I want to work here. Right. I want to show you that I'm worth.
Don't raise no bitch.
And I'm worth the money you're putting into me.
Yeah. You
trust me with this, and I got you. And also my previous job, which I've talked about before a little bit, I haven't said any names, but I'm just not feeling that, and I feel like I've learned what I've learned. I've done what I can, but I think it's time for me to move on from that job.
Time for me to start kissing ass somewhere else, I'm afraid.
Exactly.
Can't abide it no more.
Yeah. And so you're right. It has been feeling it like that a lot more because, again, it is. But then this week in particular.
It's going to be like that no matter where you go, unless you're like in a position like
yes.
I don't know, I guess. Of course, I would say power, but that sounds too
vague. Or I don't know. I don't know.
Just like
probably so.
You're in a high place where you go.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've got the luxury of not having to kiss anyone's ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy, wouldn't that be something?
But this week in particular, there was a few things that didn't go right in the shooting of the said thing.
As they do.
As it does. which again, normally not that bad. But
it's
then
expected now.
Yeah, but there's there's a lot of extra work on the back end that has to get done. And so it puts me at my computer for a large amount of time on Thursdays and Fridays mostly. But so normally we want to have the episode.
Shit, that's right. Today's Thursday.
Yes, we want to have the episode up by Friday morning. That's it's been a consistent thing. Every Friday, 9 a.m. I want the people to get used to it.
Right.
Routine, everyone likes it.
And just like now, broken. Dashed.
We were doing real good at having Mondays be the day.
Mm-hmm.
Watch a movie, do the podcast. I spend the week kind of sort of editing it and getting it uploaded. That way,
But said circumstance.
Not even.
I've been lucky enough to be having almost exclusively morning shifts at the beginning of this week, at least.
Yeah,
I've had every afternoon off. Of course, I don't fucking do anything with them because I'm a lazy piece of shit. But
Stop.
No,
Stop.
I'm serious.
That's okay. It's all okay. I'm just jealous that I can't be that some days. Please, can I just live vicariously through you?
Because with the time I get off, it's just like it's late enough in the afternoon that everywhere is starting to close down.
Yes,
because their hours are still adjusted for quarantine.
Yes, of course.
And I feel like I got nothing to do, so I'm just sitting at home, either fucking around on my phone, playing some video games, watching shows or movies, stuff like that.
Yep.
It's I want to do something.
Okay. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have you help me with some of my work.
Oh goodness.
I'm kidding mostly, but but anyway.
You sound like you need me to lighten the load a bit. I mean, what the
fuck's
going on in there, man?
It just is it's a lot of just tedious stuff, getting things transitioned right and getting the edit stuff. So it's just
you're talking to the king of tedium, my friend.
Really? Heck yeah!
Are you kidding me? It's involuntary title.
And then you want to know something funny?
Haha! Wow. That sure is funny.
I thought about whether or not I should say this on the podcast because I know there's certain people that listen, and the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I shouldn't say this.
What do you mean, certain people?
I
do.
There's certain people that listen to this episode, that listen to this podcast, and I don't think I should say certain things in regards to what I'm talking about.
Was it discriminatory? Like, what
no,
the fuck?
No. I meant like people in my personal life. They'll probably hear this and start asking questions.
I'm a personal people. Oh, fucking!
I know. But again,
does she listen to the podcast?
No.
If not, there's nothing to fucking worry about.
No, but I'm talking about somebody else.
Oh,
yeah. Is it? And I know she's gonna start asking questions.
Does she?
Like, yes.
Shit.
Exactly. I think so. This is super. Okay, I just need to cut this out. We're super vague. I'm not gonna say anything. Regardless,
it's fine. Leave it in. It's funny.
Yeah. Exactly. It's great. But among also trying to have a social life, there's some other things going on. That's like
that shit's overrated.
Oh no, but what I was saying is again, it just kind of on top of having all this work and then this hobby that I love so much. Don't get that. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying when I say
anything about fucking. If you,
no,
don't you dare take this where I think you're going.
No. I'm not taking this anywhere. But what I'm saying is, again, it's like also trying to have a social life on top of all that is also really difficult too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
well, for a while now, you guys have been my social life. So
yes, and
maybe
I feel
that's where the
awful.
Disconnect is.
I feel so awful that I haven't been a better friend.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking living with you.
No. I feel bad that I haven't been a better friend. That I haven't had a chance to like.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you're a better friend in the sense that you're letting me stay here.
Really? Okay. I'll let you talk about like. Well, I don't know.
Ain't cheap, but it's fun.
Oh my God! You have to buy your way into our friendship.
Yep.
No, that's not the case.
I paid my dues. Where's my friend?
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, he's working all the time. I'm hoping
it's 12 hours of hanging out per week.
Exactly. I gotta spend it wisely. I'm hoping that by the time like mid-October rolls around or November, I'm hoping to be really out of that first job.
Yeah.
And into the other one. And then my free time will hopefully open up some more. That's what I'm hoping. I know things are going to go crazy and there's going to be a catch somewhere.
I wouldn't
obviously.
think you'd have been this busy with the kind of job you're working now.
Really?
Not the first one, but,
Yeah.
given how their schedule usually is. Of course, I don't know anything. I've never been.
No, it's just like it's the job itself isn't bad. I work at a coffee shop.
Yeah, I was about to say, why are we being so secretive about where we work?
No,
People are gonna get lost.
Yeah, I don't want to say any names of any companies for obvious reasons because I don't want to.
Yeah, just give like the general term.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm just
Coffee
I work
shop.
at a coffee shop and I work as a supervisor there.
Mhm.
So it's like I work in just like kind of minor management.
Yeah.
And so like I said, I love the work. I enjoy most people that I work with, but I feel like I've been there long enough now and I enjoy it, but I think I just kind of got what I've gotten out of it,
Yeah.
And
Got to move on.
yeah. The work itself isn't that bad. It's just long days because I'm a manager or a supervisor, I should say.
Mm.
It just is anywhere between 7 to 8 hour days.
Not to mention, with that, you have to deal with the general public.
Yes, exactly. And then all the stresses of the virus and also that as well.
Fucking caveat.
So it's like, that's the hard part, is that I work like 30 to 35 hours there. And then I also work 30 to 35 hours at this other like producer job.
Yeah.
So that's the part that gets really difficult is like, oh, so if I work 60 hours altogether, where does all that sleep time?
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah.
How do I fit in?
And then I got friends.
Food.
I got friends I need to talk to as well.
Drink?
Yeah.
No, just to clarify, when I said the general public, I didn't mean just fucking everybody, as opposed to what it actually means.
Yes,
Which is everybody. I just mean all the assholes, dipshits, and fuckheads
and
out
whatnot.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know who you are. If you're listening to this, fuck you. And bye.
I took a sip of tea at the wrong time.
And big sippy. I stayed silent just for that.
Yeah, no, exactly. Just so that way it was extra
Throwing
awkward.
you under the bus.
Thank you. Way to have my back, my friend.
Yep, that's me.
Speaking of, I was in my room, and I told him, I was like, I'm going to make some tea, and I'm going to, get comfy for a second, make some tea, and then just have this be a one-on-one episode, just you and I. And he's like, that sounds great.
Whoever,
just like the good old days.
Whoever talks last is the winner.
Yeah. And then he was like, do you mind if I have a soft beverage, a soft drink out of your
pop?
Yes,
a cola.
if you will. A soda. And I was like, of course. And again, because of my ridiculous schedule, haven't had a chance to go to the store to get the things you normally get.
By this point, he's basically forgotten the inside of his fridge.
Yes, I don't quite remember what I have in there.
You just know it's limited.
Yes, I remember the last time I walked in there to get something, there was probably 3 or 4 drinks, 3 or 4 like sodas in there.
I do remember seeing at least like 6 root beers at some point.
Yes.
When? I don't know.
But yeah, same. And then so I was like,
yeah, man, go ahead, take whatever you want. I mean, I don't have much, And so I open the door, and I see one fucking Pepsi bottle and a Japanese Mountain Dew just chilling out in the corner.
I was like, well, I didn't. When I said that this,
it's like, well, shit, man. Thanks for your last fucking drink.
When I said that the selection was minimal, I didn't think it was like that, and it was a great setup. Great joke.
The passage of time is a cruel mistress.
Oh, my God, man. I was like, where am I right now?
Where have all my things gone?
Oh, my God, man. What day is it? It's been crazy.
It doesn't feel good, man. I'm actually starting to worry.
Really?
Losing track of time? Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. And I think
not fun.
This virus has not made it any easier.
No.
Because everything's kind of been so different and so focused.
Bad.
It feels like whenever like a natural disaster happens around here, like a hurricane or like the flood and stuff, it like there's a prolonged amount of time after things like that happen where like everyone comes together and like does a thing or is like donate or you name it. Like everything feels different
Yeah.
for a few months after it until like the wound starts to heal a little bit, and then everything kind of starts to get back to normal. Like after the flood,
the scar remains.
after like there was so around here in Louisiana in like 2016, there was like a really bad flood. Everyone talks about it because it was truly like a tragedy. Like a lot of people lost a lot of stuff in their homes because again, like almost every home in like our greater area had anywhere from like 5 to like 7 feet of water in it.
Yeah.
It was awful. Like everyone lost something, Dylan included.
You saw the fucking the aftermath.
Yeah.
Name drop, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, really fucking sucked. I lost just about everything.
Exactly. And so again, talking from someone that experienced it, the house that I was at was in a part of town that didn't really get water. We did, and it kind of damaged our roof and stuff like that. Yeah. But again, in comparison, our damage was minimal in comparison to something like that Dylan had to go through. But it took.
I'm not on a fucking high horse.
No.
For anyone wondering, I'm just fucking.
No,
it sucks, and it sucked for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna play the whole fucking
dick
measuring contest of disaster.
My
disaster measuring contest.
Yeah, it's like people who whine about the weather. It's cold. Well, it's colder here. Oh, yes, of course it is.
Like,
it
okay,
always
great.
Is.
Are you here though?
And then of
course,
are you
here right now? Have you had to deal with the kind of weather I've had to deal with?
Yeah, and it's always hotter in Louisiana.
Months. Nothing but sweat.
Always. The humidity is always at an all-time high.
I hate it.
I feel like it always gets hotter. Regardless, we're getting on this rabbit trail to get back. It took like 6 months to a year after the flood happened that made things kind of feel like they were back to normal or some sort of sense of normality. It was like, because everyone had to like rebuild.
Yeah, everyone had to rebuild or just fucking move away.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like
felt a lot emptier.
This whole pandemic thing has kind of felt a little bit like that, but with no like recovery is what it feels like.
Everybody's stuck around and they all suck.
Yeah.
So
when that like that healing time happens, it feels like time flies sometimes because you just kind of get in this like this mindset, this like repetition of like this new routine of like we gotta fix,
like this is just my life now.
Yeah, this is it, and you gotta just kind of put your big boy pants on and then start fixing. Because again, if you don't fix, what are you gonna do? You need to it's kind of part of it's how we adapt as humans. I think
if you don't fix, there's no tricks.
Exactly. Well, I don't quite understand that, but I like it.
Tricks are for kids, Ian.
Oh darn it, you're right.
Kids need those tricks.
Gee willikers. Look at me go.
Silly fucking rabbit.
Get out of here, you freaking hair.
Freaking jackalope.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but again, I had that whole analogy to say, like, again, we've been in this whole mindset of like, oh, yep, just keep going. This new routine, do life. But then there's no
do life.
Yeah, like just do whatever like your new routine of life is.
It's my next favorite next to fucking do fight, yeah.
Yeah. Do Life is my favorite
do life, yeah.
Indie pop band.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
That could be.
I'm gonna tell a little joke that I had this morning.
Everybody get ready to laugh.
It's kind of a story, and it has the same joke structure that I just did.
Oh boy.
I was at my coffee shop job, and I was dumping something out in the sink, and of course it just so happened that it got kind of stuck in the drain area, and it was kind of clogging it a little bit.
Oh God.
And so I was trying to clean it out, and so I was like, it's kind of gross, it's whatever, but you clean it out, you wash your hands, and just kind of get it over with, so that way it doesn't fill the sink up with just gross nonsense.
Yeah.
Because we rinse out stuff there, so the longer you take
real nasty.
The longer you take to clean it out, the worse it gets. And of course, you're just like, guy, just do it now and get it over with.
Please.
I had one of my coworkers turn around and say, Ian, what are you doing? And I'm like,
bitch, I'm trying to clean the drain.
And I said, my mistake clogged the sink. And so, so I'm cleaning it out. Damn. And then, of course, he said, my mistake clogged the sink. I like that band a lot. and then I turned around and said, actually, I think the name of the band is The Clogged Sink. Yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Man, they're so metal. And I was like, yeah. And then, of course, I told him, I was like, oh, did you hear that last weekend that The Clogged Sink opened for My Mistake? He was like, that could be a real thing. I was like,
they mesh very well together.
Exactly. I was like, that's perfect. So I enjoyed that a lot. That was a lot of fun. Another big sip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that
everything is not shit anymore for a while.
I just want a break. To be honest, I just want vacation. I want a whole week off, and I want to just go somewhere in Japan. Oh, buddy, don't even start. I want to go so bad.
We have to. We've been planning this for how long? We haven't even been planning this. Just talking
we've been talking about it for, I don't know. What? When did you graduate high school?
Like 2017.
Definitely since then. Yeah. 100%. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's a shame. We got to do that,
disgraceful.
Man. Yes. Let's seriously plan it, though. I really want to go. Of course. I want to go back to Canada really bad. Mm-hmm. I kind of just want to go like by myself, but I know also I kind of want to take some friends, though, too.
I've never been.
Yeah, exactly. I would like you to go.
I want to go to the syrup country.
Yeah, the land of maple syrup and honey.
The land of maple leaves.
Yes. Moose
and
galore.
Free health care.
Yeah. Mr. Trudeau himself.
How does it work over there? Isn't he like a prime minister?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think they're part of parliament. It kind of works the same way that Australia does.
Gotcha.
They have their own like government that like runs the place.
But also God save the Queen.
Yes, but long live the Queen, long may she reign. Thank you. Praise be.
That's so weird.
Yeah. So and that's the thing is like, so again, at the...
like those weird fans you have that just admire you from afar.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're just like, it's like, like vassals. It's like, I rule over all of it, and at the end of the day, my say goes, but I trust him. Yeah. He does his thing. Kind of like that. At least I think. I'm saying this, and I could be 100% wrong, and I'm okay with that, but...
that's very shaky. For the longest time, I always thought they were just their own separate countries. I had no idea they were still indebted.
Yeah. I think there are checks and balances in place. I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, whatever the Queen says goes, pretty much.
Oh.
But I think there are like councils and committees and stuff. Okay. Like the Prime Minister, I can't remember his first name. I just know his name's Trudeau. He's like head of that council. He's kind of he's like the president of Canada. And there's like he's got like a, I'm not sure.
A posse.
Yeah, exactly. A gaggle. He's got but yeah, it's a lot of fun there. I like it.
Yeah.
It's chill. They're all super chill there.
Get it? Because it's cold.
I didn't mean it like that, but thanks.
I mean, well, you were fucking all punny earlier.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I feel bad that we didn't watch anything like this go round.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
it sucks.
I'm kind of glad that it's just the two of us. Mm-hmm. The one thing I didn't get a chance to say was, we were planning on watching something tonight, but then I got caught up in all my work.
Didn't get to.
I didn't get to.
Because there was certain someone.
Well, hold on. No. Well, I was going to with Ethan. Mm-hmm. And as you guys, again, we're freaking 30 minutes in. If you couldn't tell already, Ethan's not with us.
Yeah.
He's been real quiet there in the corner. Speak up. But like, again, he had to be up super early for work, and I got stuck trying to get my work like in a place where I felt comfortable to leave it and not feel guilty about it,
Not to mention chatting it up over the phone.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up.
It's a major fucking... It's all right. I'm good.
And going. So that was my fault. Again, I stayed up just a little too long getting that work figured out.
Point and laugh.
Oh, gosh. Anyways.
Ridicule him.
Thanks. So Ethan ended up going to bed, and then I was like, we watched a couple of things.
Oh,
hold on. Yes, hold on. We'll get in there. I'm trying to segue into it. We watched a couple of things throughout this week, just like on our free time. What little free time that both Dylan and I had, he was like, "Come, friend, just sit with me for a while." And I was like, "You know what? That sounds great."
I didn't realize it sounded like that.
No. But you have a certain stoic way of saying, "Let's watch a movie," and I'm like, "Yes, I agree."
Damn. I wonder if that works on other people.
Wise counselor. I mean,
come rob this bank with me.
I mean, there's probably you have to say it in a different way.
Earn your fortune.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Ride with me.
Yes. Come, brother.
And you shall want for nothing.
Have you ever wanted for nothing?
You won't.
Yes. Dream of a sea of gold coins. Anyways, so he pulled me aside throughout my busy week and was like, "Let's just sit down for a bit. Let's watch a little something."
I dug something up from the deep recesses of like the bygone era that was the days I used to just come over and fuck around.
Oh man, I miss those days.
And that's every day.
I know. No, but there, I'm talking about before all that. Like, we'll get to that.
I miss when I didn't have to look at your face all day.
No, God, not what I meant.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. But yeah, a long time ago, we had started
far away. Sorry,
fucking
you walked into it. Sorry,
bitch.
You can't say that around a Star Wars fan.
So, we had begun our foray into the Godzilla franchise that I was, of course, very well versed in at the time, and I wanted to share.
We've touched on this a bit.
Oh yeah. We started with like fucking. The first one we watched was Godzilla against Mechagodzilla.
Oh man,
one of the best.
So good.
And slowly we made our thray through the most of the Millennium movies to start with, because I didn't want to start them on the old goofy ones just yet. I wanted to do those later.
Yeah.
I still need to get the fucking Showa era collection.
Yeah.
But besides that, after Final Wars, I had transitioned into the Heisei era.
Oh, you can't
Wars.
You can't just breeze over Final Wars.
No, I wouldn't.
A freaking fever dream of a movie.
It's the best.
I don't smoke. Trust me. I don't get high. I don't drink a lot at all. Just watching that movie, I was like, I'm tripping.
Like, there's not even any room for the fucking drug analogy. It's just over the top.
It's
all the time.
I don't understand. It's like there's.
It's just so, because they thought it was going to be the last one. They were
I
going
know.
all out with like everything.
And when you told me that and you gave me the preface for that, I was like, it totally makes sense. Impossible. I
can't believe they thought it was going to be the last fucking one for Godzilla.
Yeah, I don't know.
Impossible.
But dude, I may not have been able to follow along with it 100% of the time, but I enjoyed every...
The main characters were fucking mutants.
Every...
Fighting giant monsters on foot with, like, handheld weapons. They took out Ebira in, like, an industrial sector in, like, 5 minutes.
I enjoyed every gosh darn second of it, all right?
Because it was so cool.
It was just wild. There's a freaking fight sequence on motorcycles.
Yes, just on a highway.
Yes, just cuz.
Using the motorcycles as weapons.
There's a part where they're running so fast they're running on the walls.
Just in circles, not even like to get away from each other.
They're like in an arena, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or
the Orb Arena.
A training ground, question mark? I don't know.
It's not even ground, it's just a sphere. Put a couple mutants in there and watch them go.
If this doesn't entice you already, then nothing else will. Just watch it. Godzilla Final Wars. Do yourself a favor.
If you
do yourself
do yourself
a favor,
good laugh.
Do yourself a favor and just be totally sober. Because trust me, you'll need it.
Yeah,
man. Anyways, but yes, as you were saying, we've gone through this a wide scope of different ones from different eras and all kinds.
Now we haven't watched nearly as much as we should. Like, we didn't watch all of the Millennium movies or all of the Heisei movies.
We've kind of cherry-picked a little bit, but
right.
I like the ones we've watched so far.
As far as... Hey Seikos, we had watched Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla.
Yes.
Which leads up to Godzilla vs. Destroyer, which is the one that we watched recently.
Yes.
And buddy,
time for crab.
Oh, time for demon death crab.
Oh my God, yes, crab from hell,
greatest crustacean known to man.
Doom met crab, and made a freaking what is it called? Like megamorphing crab ranger.
Yeah. Formed a megazord
of demon crabs
made up of smaller crabs.
Yeah. Man,
he has got Destroyer is easily one of the best designed monsters in the entire series.
Horrifying.
Oh yes.
Something along the lines of like Alien, the xenomorph.
Yeah.
Of like not as spooky and like overpowered and like mysterious, but like just as like that makes me unsettled.
Yeah. He's just like,
I don't like it.
You take one look at him and you'd think it was the devil himself or an archdemon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It definitely it chills out with
like there's nothing
the
subtle about this motherfucker.
Nah.
He's just in your face.
Horns.
Gonna tear you up. Spikes all over his body.
Red.
Can fly. Change forms at will.
Bad. Real bad.
Large and bad.
Yes. I think what'd you call it? Mandibles. It's got all of it.
He's got an inner mouth like a xenomorph.
Yeah. He's got two mouths.
At least in grab form.
Yeah. I got one for eating and one for grabbing.
Fortunately, in the movie, Godzilla is pretty large and bad at himself.
Oh my gosh, he's freaking...
As if he isn't already.
What's
even more so in this incarnation of him is burning Godzilla.
Meltdown mode.
A lot of people's favorite.
Every time he came onto the screen, and he just sat there and was like, I'm screaming. I was always like, I'm hot and mad.
It's too hot.
He's got a burning chest, and everyone keeps saying like, he's gonna melt down. He's gonna blow up.
Like that's
his temperatures are rising.
If we don't calm him down, he's gonna fucking lose it.
We have to cool him down with our ice weapons. And I'm just like, I'm hot and mad. Get me out of here. It's good.
My favorite part is how they were able to work in like the steam vents in the costume. Like he was just
for real.
Indefinitely had steam coming off.
Just he looked hot.
It was so cool.
Man, the only thing that I had said that was kind of a thing that I had a hard time following was like the storyboard of it. So like the chain of events that happened. Again, it's a Godzilla movie, so I'm like, I'm not.
Can't expect much.
Exactly, I'm not going in here going like, I'm expecting a cinema masterpiece here. I'm expecting like
big fun doofy Godzilla movie.
Yes, guys getting smacked around and make some roars.
Cities destroyed.
Yes,
people running for their lives.
I'm looking for that. I'm looking for those canned shots of Godzilla in the suit in the background, and then just people running in hysteria, screaming, chaos,
standard
everywhere.
Fare.
Love it. And every Godzilla movie, gotta have it. But yeah, there's a couple of times where like events would take place, and then like the setting would change, and then change back to the old setting, but like different shirts, different time.
They didn't really specify too much as to when a day had passed.
Yeah, and so
when it went from afternoon to like middle of the night.
Yeah,
it was real fucking fast.
And I thought it was so hilarious because the one main contender for this, it kind of like did minor little adjustments like that throughout the movie. But there was this one time where they're like, he has a week until he's gonna melt down, and everyone's like, oh no, I can't believe it.
Oh my god!
And then like another scene happens, something crazy happens, and then boom, right back at it. They're like, all right, we got to get
like 2.5 days.
He's like, there's 3 days until he melts down. I was like, what happened to...
Where'd the rest of the week go?
We jumped 2 scenes in 4 days. It's gone. I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
But again, dumb fun. I like it a lot. It's interesting.
Man, I think the part that gets me the most is Destroy's origin.
Yeah.
Came from primordial dirt.
Great.
Mutated by exposure to the oxygen destroyer from the first movie.
Great. You can't get much better than that.
starts disintegrating fish in an aquarium, starts freaking everybody
He starts
out.
moving real sonic fast, and all of a sudden things start evaporating. Oh God, man, that's so great. I just want to. I want to see like the writers' room for that.
Oh God.
So imagine dirt, but radioactive. And wait, hear me out.
Full of mutants.
But wait, it turns into a crab,
Yes.
and then a few more crabs,
Time for crab.
and then hear me out, guys. I'm just gonna say this:
Big crab.
devil crab.
Devil crab. Yeah. That's it. His name is now Devil Crab.
Devil crab. Yeah. Anyways, it's fun. I enjoy it.
Oh man. And
Also,
the effects. Can we talk about the effects?
oh yeah.
Dude, the title card.
But yeah,
The best title card in goddamn history.
It is something truly out of the 90s.
Oh, yes.
Boom, bam, wow. He's like block text flying.
And the score.
Yes.
Akira Ifukube.
Some good music, man.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I was going to kind of transition into that we also watched not too long ago, if you're still down to talk about it.
Uh-huh.
We watched the 3 Berserk movies.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
This is, okay, just to preface, this has been Ian's first foray into Berserk.
Yes.
As a series.
Now, again, in my defense, I have heard the tales of how...
You know its reputation.
Yes, I know the reputation. I have been forewarned and told to get attached, but not too attached.
Right.
Because...
no one is safe.
Exactly. No, yes. But also, not all the things in the Berserk franchise are great.
Right.
So, again, I was like, okay, got it.
One example in particular is the 2017 animated series. I hesitate to call it animated because it's
rough.
It's a little more than rough. I mean, it's got no roughness to it at all. Even it's just kind of static and
kind of flat.
It's real jumpy too.
Yikes. Well, anyways, so we watched the what would it be considered? Is it 4?
It was the
4 degrees. What's the studio called?
Studio 4C.
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched the 3 movies for the Golden Age arc that they made, which aren't bad. Like, they're pretty good as far as an introduction goes.
Yeah.
But you definitely need to watch the original, like, animated series that was released, I think, back in the 80s.
Really?
I believe so. But, yeah. He likes it.
Yes. You guys know John. You have heard him on the podcast
John
before.
Nathan. It's been a while.
It has been a
since
while.
He's been on.
I need to get him back here. That brings me back to that kind of brings full circle what we were talking about. I have friends, but I haven't been able to talk to them because I work too much.
Yeah.
But anyways.
If this has been any indication.
Yes. I live with one of my friends right here across the table from me, and I had a hard time planning a chance for us to sit down and watch a movie, let alone hang out with my friends.
That's just the way it be.
I know. But anyway, so John told me.
You know him. You love him.
Yes, exactly. The one, the
He'll
only.
be at SummerSlam.
He was like, I know you like Game of Thrones. And of course, I like Game of Thrones.
Is that really the way he pitched it to you?
Sort of. He didn't say it like that, but he said it more along the lines of, think a really good anime, but also think Game of Thrones.
That's funny
to some degree. And I was like, okay.
That's
and
fair.
again, he's like, as he
more fantastical for sure.
Yes, as he was telling me, he was like, of course, like barring the last season or so where things got really crazy for Game of Thrones, but he's like, same sort of vibe, setting, nobody's safe, kind of like that kind of, like, he's like keeping that headspace. And I was like, ooh, I like it. So I was like, I'm cool with it. But he's like, but you gotta be ready though. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready though.
You weren't for like a while.
I wasn't
for
some
coaxing.
Yeah, because you were definitely like berserk, and I was like, ooh.
John super wanted you to watch those movies.
I know he did, and John, if you're listening, I appreciate it because those were really good movies. I enjoyed them.
Damn right.
Ooh, I love art of all varieties that really makes me feel something. Music, especially. Music is a really big part of my life and has been. So I love music that really makes me feel something. But especially also because of my extensive, work and love for like the film side of stuff. Films and TV shows and all that sort of stuff is the same sort of thing. And boy,
this one will kill you.
Ooh, buddy. Did that run of 3 movies really make me feel something?
Yeah.
I have never been so angry at one character that I was like,
I would give up everything to kill this man.
It was that moment when I realized after it was all said and done with, and I realized that was the last movie.
This is only the beginning.
This is only the beginning, and I know that I probably will not anytime soon see what progresses from here. And I was like,
all because you don't want to read.
Exactly. But like,
shame.
When I realized just how angry he made me and how like I was sitting there and it was all over with, and I was like, it's a movie.
It's just a movie.
He's
not real.
He's a fictional character.
It's not real.
But so help me, I hate this man.
If I see anyone that even remotely resembles him, they will die. Yes,
and I'm talking about obviously everyone's favorite Griffith.
Oh yes, the man who did nothing wrong.
Gosh, man. When I tell you that I was like, you want to talk about a great character arc?
Mm-hmm. You feel for this man at several points.
Yes. And then not only that, our main boy, Guts, main character guy.
Innards.
Yes. Some would say entrails.
Viscera.
Like that you root for him throughout most of the movies because again, he's your main boy.
Right.
And you
Griffith
really get
basically like picks him up, dusts him off a bit, improves him.
Yes. Yes. And so there's a point where like you get both of these like main character, your main boys. You're like, I can see the good in both of them, and they're both working on their goals. And you're like, got it. And then there's just some things that happen. I'm not going to spoil it for anything for anybody. But it's just that some decisions were made.
Yeah.
And some things that were done.
Some sacrifices were
made.
Yeah.
And we're just going to put we just put a big period at the end of that.
A whole band's worth.
Oh, slow down. So it's like, but again, it all of a sudden makes you realize that you feel for this character. You want to see him do good. You know his struggle to some extent. And then he does this heinous act. Excuse me. He does this heinous act.
Yeah.
And you are left thinking, why?
Yeah.
Oof.
To be fair, his situation did turn pretty fucking grim, like, really fast.
And you're right. And I understand that.
Like, you could say he had no other avenue to go down, but of course, I mean, he did. He could have just lived the way he ended up.
I don't even mean
even though you could barely call it a life, but
I don't even mean it in that aspect. I understand where you're coming from with that, but I'm talking
I am
about
by no means defending this piece of shit right now. Please understand. I'm just giving this. I'm explaining the circumstances with which he was dealt.
Yes, but I think the thing that I'm talking about is another activity that happens.
Activity.
Yes. I'm gonna label that so it's vague. That is deliberately spiteful. And then there's one thing.
Oh God, I forgot.
There's one thing I can understand with his situation. Again, I'm going to go ahead and just say spoiler alert because I know we're talking about this a little bit in detail in case you want to see. These are great movies. I would definitely recommend watching them.
They've been out for a while, too,
Yes.
so if you haven't seen them already,
yeah, exactly.
Fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but anyways, just in case you haven't heard of them, I'm going to give you this little brief period of time. We're talking about the end of the 3 movies, so again, things are getting a little
During
crazy
the
here.
eclipse.
I'm still going to be vague about it, though. There is this act that I'm talking about that is, I can understand with how, like you said, you have a crappy hand.
Right.
Some would say not even a life probably worth living at that point because of how messed up everything was.
Yeah.
I can see and I can justify in your mind why you would make that decision. Mm-hmm. Still cruel, but I could understand it. But what I will not stand for,
what is unforgivable
is the act that he does to the love interest.
Oh, God.
And at that point, that was where I was like, I already was not liking this guy, but
this is irredeemable.
That was spiteful.
On the shit list. Top of the shit list.
Did not need to happen.
Shouldn't have happened.
Was no need. Spiteful.
Oh.
And then to see our main guy, Guts, feel that type of hurt, and then they
pinned to the ground, forced to watch. There's nothing worse.
Just talking about it rekindles this fire in my soul. It's like I think it's because I understand where he's coming from. Guts, the guy,
right?
The main guy, to some degree, and so it's like I have this kindred spirit with him in that moment of like,
hang on, what the fuck happened to you?
I'm not gonna
excuse me.
I'm not gonna get into details, not like that, but you know.
Oh,
I'll tell you after the fact. You know what's going on. That like there's this like primal, like very very like sub level like directive that's like the second that happens is like
it's like, I'm you're dead. I'm gonna kill you.
We were friends. Turned enemies,
but now we are not.
But now you are my arch nemesis. It's like this next level of like betrayal. It's like, man, it lights this fire inside my soul. And it's like, and of course, at that point when it was all over with, and I watched it all, I was like, I have to go to go sit down.
What the fuck now?
I need to clear my mind because I'm not well right now. I'm so mad. Yeah, so I get it. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Horrendous.
Yeah, truly atrocious. Yep. So, it was a nice little conversation, my guy.
Not bad.
Man, it's been so good. I needed this.
Yeah.
Just to sit down and chat.
Feels good.
Yeah. I was going to talk about something else we were watching. Gundam.
Full title. Run it by me. What is it?
Oh, crap. Is it UC? Do they have that in there or no?
No.
No, okay. I was going to say, hold on, man. Okay. Now that you say that, I'm starting to second guess myself. I was going to say Mobile Suit Gundam Stardust Memory. No. No, close.
It's oh, well, man, they might have had UC in there. I'm pretty sure it's just 0083 Mobile Suit Gundam Stardust Memory. It was mostly the year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I meant. I was going to say, is the UC year in there? Because I didn't know if they had put that in. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Well, I was close.
Helps differentiate.
Yes. Anyways, Stardust Memory.
Yes.
But we haven't actually finished it yet. So I didn't feel...
We're I believe 2 or 3 episodes in so far.
Exactly.
And buddy.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It is so good.
Yeah, I like that. Like I had told him, I don't want to get into it too much because we haven't actually watched all of it, so I feel bad giving an opinion on something I haven't really finished.
Oh, man, go ahead.
But so far from what I've seen,
impressions.
From what I've seen so far, I believe what I told you the other night when we were just chatting was I like so far that like we're 2 episodes in and we have our directive. Yep. We have our goal. Mm-hmm. We have like our main protagonist guy and his buddy.
Yeah, they got you started real quick.
Yeah, we got a mentor figure that I'm like kind of rooting for. We got some other kind of side characters that I can tell are going to be probably useful as the thing progresses.
Right.
We have like a really good antagonist so far.
Yes.
And we had this
the
nice
nightmare of Solomon.
Yeah, but like not even just like a bad guy. Mm-hmm. Like they set him up really well.
Right.
And again, they also set him up against our protagonist well. Mm-hmm. And again, the fact that like both in like Gundam suits and not like a bad Zaku suit and then a good guy Gundam suit, and it's like
it's very unorthodox matchup.
Yeah, they're against each other, but they're kind of like trash talking each other through the comms and stuff. It's really interesting, and I like the way they did it.
Because both being Federation suits, the comms are obviously linked.
Yes, exactly.
So they can hear what they're saying. Like they don't have to do the whole contact communication system.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's
really funny because Gato, this is the main antagonist so far, Avail Gato.
Yeah.
Really like grizzled old school Xeon veteran.
Yeah.
From the 1 Year War. Talking to this fucking rookie test pilot, Ko Uraki.
Yeah.
Being like he's given like pseudo advice, but also like pseudo insults, I guess. Ko's just like fucking whatever. Yes, sir. And Gato's just like, I'm a fucking enemy, you idiot.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm not your fucking superior officer. I'm trying to kill you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to steal your nuke and your Gundam as well. And I'm succeeding.
Bitch.
Yeah. And of course, like I said, our protagonist kind of foils him like 2 or 3 times along the way.
Bumbling little test pilot.
There's just a point where the guy's like, "You again? I'm getting so fed up with you.
The fuck are you still even doing here? I thought I told your ass off last time."
Yeah, but so far it's like in just 2 episodes, I like the setup so far.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like it's been like too fast or rushed. I feel like we're like getting into it really nicely. We have our characters that are established, and we're all. And again, like I said, we have our goal.
Yeah,
and like at the end of the 2nd episode, sunset in the distance. Gundam standing there, boy in the Gundam's hand.
Boy in hand.
Yeah, boy in hand.
Contemplative.
A boy in the hand is worth more than 2 in the bush.
I mean, I guess so, sure.
So he's standing there in like the Gundam's hand and get like music in the background. It's like you can tell like, okay, like
this is some shit right here.
Things are about to kick off. So like that was just the intro. Now we're like, now the show's gonna start. And I like that so far. It's been a nice introduction. It's got me interested and want me to see more. So I like that.
Will.
Exactly.
We'll keep you folks updated as to our progress.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Our little late night conversations and all that stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry about it. This was fun. I enjoyed this. We need to have this more often. Like once every couple months or so, we just need to have a little conversation time.
Why not?
Exactly. Well, as per usual, if you guys want to see or hear any of our podcasts, we have a link tree in the description of like the videos, and of course like the podcast. If you want to see, it should just be like linktree/Ian Wolf, and that has all of our like social media stuff on it, and of course like our Spotify link and Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that
song
fun
and
stuff.
Dance that I'm sure everyone's used to.
Yeah, the same old spiel. But if you're looking for it, that's where you can find it easily. But until next time, this has been the dynamic duo, Dylan and Ian. Bye-bye.